Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today is actually a really special video for me. I'm going to bring you along on my veneers journey, which has been about 10 years in the making. I am not kidding. It's taken me 10 years to finally get my porcelain veneers done, and I'm just ecstatic with the results, and I'm so excited to bring you guys along and really show you in depth what kind of goes into the whole process. Before I had my veneers done, I used to watch everyone else's experiences on it, but they just really weren't that in depth in showing you every single step you have to go through. So I've brought you along on all of my appointments and everything so you can really see what needs to be done, so there's nothing unexpected that crops up if you choose to go ahead with getting porcelain veneers done. And I am just wrapped with how mine turned out. I'm so obsessed. They're more than I could have hoped for, and I feel so much more confident now, and I love my smile, and I'm such a smiley person, and being in front of the camera, my old teeth just used to get me down a little bit, and now I just feel like I could smile all day long. Now, I went through the amazingly talented Dr. D from Vogue Dental Studios, who's based in Melbourne, and he was just terrific. He is such a genuine, down-to-earth guy, and I just loved the whole process of doing it with him. I knew I was in amazing hands because I've actually been following his work for about 3 years on Instagram. He posts a lot of pictures and a lot of videos, and the quality that he exudes is impeccable. So to give you a little bit of background on my teeth history, if you can envision a little blonde-haired Jess circa 1994 going on her school excursion to the local roller skating rink, roller skating around, just having the best time of her life. Her friend goes to fall, grabs onto me, pulls me down, and I face planted onto the roller skating rink, and I break my front tooth. Now, I think it was only one that broke. Later on down the track, I ended up breaking both. So they capped my tooth, and unfortunately when you cap your teeth, they do match the colour to your tooth colour, but as you get older and you whiten your teeth, the caps or the bonding doesn't lighten. So it will always stay that colour, and over time it will tarnish. So when I was about to get married, about 10 years ago, no, nearly 11 years ago, I decided to get some composite veneers done to my tooth front teeth, because you could clearly see where the caps were in relation to my actual teeth, and I just didn't like the appearance of my teeth. So I had composite veneers done to the two front teeth, and they were nice and white, and I'd whitened up the rest of my teeth and they all matched, and it was a good time. But as you all know, veneers don't whiten, so over time they discolor. So I just wasn't happy with the appearance of them. They just looked wishy-washy, they were worn, and I'm a grinder, so I had ground down bits of my teeth. And back when I got my composite veneers on, I really wanted porcelain, but they were super expensive and I couldn't afford them at the time, so I went with the cheaper option, and that was really great for a small period of time. You're meant to get your composite veneers redone, I think around the 5-year mark. I got to 10 years with mine, but they weren't attractive, and you can see in my old videos how they looked. So I've just been saving up, and it has always been, you know, a dream of mine to be able to get nice, even teeth that are the one shade. And I got to that 10-year mark and decided it was time, let's go for it. But don't get me wrong, they are an investment. They are very costly, and you really have to look after them, and I feel like I am at an age now where I can take really good care of them. I appreciate them, and the money that I'm investing into them, I'm getting back in happiness because I feel so much more confident now. I love my smile. I'm in front of the camera a lot. It was something that used to irk me because I just would always see my teeth. And this is going to be a long video, so you might want to grab a cup of tea and some bickies and kick back and relax. So moving into my first appointment with Dr. D, which was located at their Blackburn studio, I travelled up there and I sat down with him for the consultation, and I was so nervous. But when he walked through the door, he made me feel so at ease. I felt like we were old friends just chatting away, so I felt really comfortable with him. All the girls at the reception were so friendly and kind, and he just asked me a few questions about what I didn't like about the shape, the appearance of my teeth, you know, the colour, all those sorts of things. He took some photos, put them up on his computer, and I'd also brought along some photos to show him of what sort of my vision was for my smile, and it was achievable. We discussed how many I would need, and because I have such a wide smile, I do show 10 teeth, so we decided to go with the 10 veneers, and we discussed the price, and yes, it is quite a bit of money, but it is something that I really want. I don't go out and I don't buy expensive clothes, so I feel like it's justifiable. It's your oral health. I'm taking good care of mine, and I couldn't be happier. Now, I didn't need any other work done, no gum revision or anything like that, so the cost will absolutely vary. And it was like pretty much the following week that I paid my deposit, locked it in, and it felt so surreal. And then COVID hit, which threw a spanner in the works, because I was booked in for 2 months down the track and we had to postpone my procedure. And then I believe it was May that we started the process. Now, at your next appointment, that is where they would do your x-rays, but because I live so far away, Dr. D was happy for me to have it done at my consultation, so they can start drawing up a smile design for you if you decide to go ahead. So that was really great that I didn't have to go back again, because it's about an hour and a half drive for me to get back to the practice. So I was really grateful that they were able to do that for me at my consultation. Now, at my next appointment, which was my teeth prep, and that's where you go and get your temporary veneers put on, they do shave down your teeth. Now, I only needed moderate shaving. So basically, my first 4 teeth were shaved, not to tiny picks, but definitely pickish. And the rest were basically left the same size that they are. Now, because I'd had composite veneers on my front 2 teeth, he had to really get rid of all of that, and that's why I probably had a little bit more shaving than what may have needed to be done if I hadn't have had that done. But that was no issue to me. I was like, shave them down, I don't mind, because I know the end result is going to look incredible. So they shave them down, and then they put your veneers on, which is basically one strip of teeth, and that goes up in and is glued on. And I loved my temporary veneers. I thought they were amazing. I mean, I thought anything would be amazing than what I had, so I loved them, and they were really good. There was only a few little minor breaks here and there, but I'll go into that with you in the vlog portion now. Dad's just dropped me off because we were having all sorts of issues finding parking, because everywhere is closed right now because of COVID. So I'm heading up now. Alright, so we are here with Dr. D, where the magic happens.
Oh, I don't know about that, but we'll make it happen.
We are making it happen today. I'm so excited.
So we are here in the laboratory where we're going to go and check out how teeth are actually made.
Yes.
So this is our ceramic department.
Sure.
So this is where we start making the fillings. And you can see this veneers, she's starting to shape up. So that's starting to get shapes. It's just got the fitting surface on.
Yep.
Now it's going to start layering up with different colors and tones to bring it to life.
Wow.
So
fascinating.
All she's doing is just looking into the microscope to get the fit right.
Sure.
So once the fit's right, then it's going to be building out the color.
Yeah. Awesome.
So there you go, she's fitting in now.
Wow, they look amazing. Good.
Just one extra. Get him on the camera.
This is Greg.
Greg's artist.
Yes.
That's your upper mold.
Cool.
Done with your digital enhancement on top. So that's a starting point for us.
Excellent.
That's to duplicate your temporaries. That's your lower model. And of course, that's about our love. Yeah. Giving you some pain.
Yeah, that looks scary. So we just discussed my colouring with Greg, who you just saw.
Greg is a master ceramist. So it's a team that we get along. So three most important people is yourself, who's the designer. So we're here to help you to get the smile that you want. And the biggest help whom we can't work without.
Yay! That's right.
So we went through the colour. We had a little chat about shapes and stuff. Again, nothing set in concrete because we're going to start and evolve around it. So we've got her preferences now. So we're going to go and duplicate that in the temporaries to start with, and then improvise again. So today she'll be numb. She'll be walking out with a temporary
a big old numb face.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And what did you say?
A big old numb face.
No, that's not exactly right. So she's going to walk out with numb face, where we can't tell how the temporaries will look on her when her smile comes back. So I definitely have to see you again in 24 hours or preferably next day or the 2 days after, where things have settled down a bit, and we then start changing the shape of the temporaries if we need to, right? Because they are a little bulkier than what we actually want to start with, but they are just temporaries. And then we'll talk again about colour, because she is going to go home with a brighter set of temporary teeth, and then we'll see if we want to go even more brighter. I'm not against fake colours, I love them, but it's all about what you
Personal
choose.
preference,
Right?
that's right.
So
and I am looking for a very white shade
that's right.
at this stage.
And that's exactly right.
We're just going to test it out, feel the waters, and
that's true. And we can't be wrong by just starting there and then seeing what you feel about it, and we can change it. That's the whole point of working as a team with that ceramist, so we can make any changes that we want.
So long as my bottoms can match the top.
Exactly. And I can definitely tell if you're going to the whitest of the top, it's hard to really match up the bottom with just whitening. So, but again, just having that bit whiter can actually, if you're not showing too much bottom teeth, you can get away with it. But we'll see. We'll evolve. Nothing's set in stone, so we're going to see what best suits her.
That's right.
And we'll take some opinions.
So what are we doing now?
So we're going to get you numbed up.
All right. Let's numb me up. Okay, you guys, I just got done and I am so numb and swollen, but this is what the temporaries look like. So they're super white and gorgeous. I love them so much, and they're only the temporaries. I am all home now. It's about, what is it? It must be about 5:30, and I'm feeling good. Most of my numbness has worn off. I think I've still just got a little bit of puffiness up here, but not too bad. I am loving the temporaries. I can't believe what it feels like to have an even smile. I'm not really in any pain at all. I did take a Panadol and a Nurofen straight after we finished, which I was advised to do, and then I'll take some more at 6 o'clock. The procedure was so much quicker than what I thought it was going to be. It only took a couple of hours from start to finish, so that was really good. I literally nearly fell asleep while it was being done. I found it so relaxing to just lay there with my music on and just chill. It was a good time. And plus, when you're in good company, it makes everything so much easier. The gorgeous dental nurse, when Dr. D was giving me the injections to numb my gums, she was sort of holding me on the shoulder, like getting me through it. I was like, oh, she's so sweet. That's so cute. So let me show you up close what they look like. The only thing that I would probably do slightly different is maybe kind of not have the little gaps here so big, but that's just something that I'll have a chat to him about. Other than that, I love them. I think the length is good, but I'll know more tomorrow when all the swelling's gone down to see where my lip sits against the teeth to see if they're too long. But so far so good, my friends. Very happy. Hey guys, it's now Monday, so it's been 3 days since I got my temporaries on. Everything feels really good. Let me show you up close. They look incredible. I can't believe just for temporaries how good they look and feel. My bite feels a little bit funny to close together, like a little bit bulky, which they said it would because they're just temporaries, but the surface of them feel super fine, so they just feel like real teeth. So today I'm actually heading back down to the city to meet up with Dr. D and Greg, who's the master ceramicist, I think that's how you say it, and we're going to go over just a few little modifications that I want to make to the shape and the size, etc., and pick out my colour shade as well. Of course, I'll bring you along and show you bits and pieces of what we discuss and what we decide on and why. And I'm so excited. I can't believe this is all coming together and I'm just so happy. Oh, and I'm actually going to train it down today instead of driving. I'm only going to the city, so it's super easy for me to just catch a train down and back. So yeah, let's go, my friends. Okay, I am back from Melbourne. I didn't actually get to vlog because it was such a quick appointment. So I literally sat down with Greg, the ceramicist, and we discussed the length and just a few of the alterations that I want to make and that he thought that needed to be made. So he thinks that we need to maybe make the front teeth a little bit longer so you can see a difference in size between these two front ones and the ones beside them. I like the pointiness of this one because my canines were pointy beforehand, so I definitely want to keep the pointiness of those, make this one here a little bit pointier as well. Other than that, we're going to stay with the colour that we chose previously, which is basically the whiter shade, and they suggested I go for that because it will go well with my colourings and I can pull it off because I know that my lower teeth do whiten up quite white, so I can match them up. Oh, I think there's someone at the door. Hang on. So if anything happens between now and then, I'll of course come back and update you guys, but if not, I will see you again in 2 weeks, my friends. Morning guys, how you all doing? I'm so excited. I'm rushing to leave right now because I'm going to get my veneers on today. I'm actually going to miss my temporaries. They've been really good. Only a few little chips here and there, but they actually lasted me really well throughout the last 10 days. That's crazy. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Okay. Say hi.
Hi.
Are you going to miss Mummy today?
It's my car.
It's so cute. So I'm going to run and jump on the train and go down for the day, and I don't know how long it's going to take, but I will let you guys know.
Mom.
Yeah. Oh, I should have said that out loud. He's obsessed with TRAINS. Yes, baby?
Nick, I'm on train with the girls and us.
Very soon we'll go together. Okay. We've got to run now, and now I'm going to have to deal with a meltdown because I'm leaving and he knows what I'm going on. So that's going to be fun. But I'm excited to bring you guys along and show you the process today and meet Dr. D again, and Dr. D can fill you in on what we're doing. And yeah, I'm excited. Let's go. As I was pulling up to the train station, the train took off and I was like, oh my gosh, I've missed my train. But luckily there was an earlier train like 10 minutes before mine, so mine's just pulled up now. I was literally panicking so badly like right then because I thought I'm going to have to drive, and then parking's all been closed, so where am I going to park? And my anxiety was running high for a split second there, but we're all good now. So I'm going to find a nice spot to hop on, quiet spot, and try to relax. My appointment today is at 10 o'clock and I have no idea what time we'll run until, but that's okay. It's the beauty of coming on a train, not having to worry about the parking and moving your car or having to do anything like that. Oh, and I probably should show you a little before of my smile. These teeth held up really well. This canine here, I broke off a bit behind it about 4 days ago, and I actually swallowed it. I felt something sharp go down my throat, and I was like, and it was that back tooth. Here, like 2 teeth's worth broke off, and I put it back on, and it's just stayed there. So that was good. I was worried that I'd choke on it in my sleep in the night, but it's actually kind of lodged back in place. So that was good. Other than that, they've held up really well.
Hello, here we are, the big day.
Yay.
And you managed your temporary so well. You looked after them.
I tried to look after them as best as I could.
I know, and you've done really well. You haven't broken much. You did tell me that you chipped off that one, pushed it back in there. No problem?
Yep.
No pain?
Shoved it on back up there.
No pain as well. She's trying to be easy with me, alright?
No, I'm not,
but
honestly.
she's done really
So
well.
good. Thanks.
And the colour still, she's holding on well, but the actuals are going to be much wider than that. Yeah, are you ready? Excited?
I'm ready.
She hasn't seen the actual veneers
I
yet,
haven't
so I'm going to
seen it
actually take her through that. Do you want to grab your camera?
Yeah, let's do it. We'll all have a look
So
together.
I'm on my table now. Let's check them out, and they'll look much wider on you because now they're sticking on a yellow bottle.
Yep.
So let's check them out. There we go. So if you can you look through these, the magnifiers?
Oh.
You can even see much better.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
So
They look incredible. Wow.
there we go.
They're so cool.
They're looking good, and we're going to personalize some shapes
Yep.
a bit more. It already looks good, but there's a lot of personalization that we're going to go through.
Sure.
So what I'm going to do now is get rid of your temporary teeth,
Yep.
and then try these guys one by one.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going to check the
Excellent.
fit first, and then I'm going to take some photos to make sure the fit is okay, and then we're going to have a very good look. We'll have Greg here, who's a master ceramist, and then it's going to be rock and roll.
Woo!
Trying to do a lot of things that
Yes.
we wanted until we're happy, and then we'll glue them at last. Yeah?
Sounds good.
Like I said, they're going to be much wider, and that's what you wanted.
But they look incredibly white there.
Yeah. And go even more wider. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, let's try them on now.
Okay, my friends, I'm going to show you what it looks like without any veneers on. So
Yes, please.
if you're a little bit sensitive to this sort of thing, maybe skip this part. I've got a lisp. I'm lisping.
That's because you've got gaps in between now.
All right, are you ready?
We've removed the temporaries. There you go.
So sexy. So we're going to explain why my teeth look like this a little bit.
Yes. So not always we have to grind away teeth. This is about moderate grinding. So what I had to do on her, because we were trying to resize teeth and move center line a tiny bit this way, and also take the teeth a tiny bit inside. So which means we need to give room for those veneers to look natural. So that's why I had to do some shaping of her teeth, and still she's not numb, but she's sensitive, but not excruciatingly jumping out of pain as well. She's a tough girl, but otherwise that's what they look like underneath. And if you see, though we're going to do 10 veneers, we didn't have to grind each and every tooth. I had to selectively grind a little bit there. That was a tooth that was kicking out, tiny bit there, and it's more importantly where she had an old filling which was bonded. I had to remove the filling, so it looks a bit more smaller than what it should. That's because we want to replace it with a stronger material. And right there, a bit of space, but again at the back, I didn't have to grind much, or almost nothing. Yeah, so it's more the front 4 teeth which we had to resize to move them across. Right.
Totally worth it.
Now we're going to try the actual real veneers in with some temporary glue, and then we'll figure out, we'll start personalizing them to the shapes we want them again, so we're not tied down to a shape that she chose. We can always change it. That's the day that we wanted to keep doing that until we know that suits her face. So I could copy any shapes. There are about a million shapes what we can do, but it's something about what suits on her is more important for her. So that's why we've taken this approach of trialing it and then making sure that's what we see is what we want, and then glue them permanently. So it's going to be a long appointment today.
Yeah. It's going to be good.
And you'll
good.
see her prettier again.
Much prettier when you see me next. Okay, So here are my veneers in, and I absolutely love them.
Oh, not yet. They look beautiful.
Oh, we're going to make some little modifications.
A few modifications. They look beautiful. They're sitting nicely. Color's amazing. She's had a look at when she went out to the natural light as well, and she thinks she loves the color. But I think it's like we always make. We give ourselves a bit more room, so their teeth are dominating at the moment, which we kind of like it. But I find it's too much teethy, so we're gonna reshape a few to get the perfect lip support, and at the same time make them part of a feature of a face and not just the only feature.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds
so
good.
let's we're gonna customize these guys, and it's a great start.
It is. No, I love it already.
Let's have a look. Big smile there, and go from left to right. Wow, they do look good, don't they?
Yeah. Perfect.
Yay.
So now that we've tried in the veneers, they're not stuck in, they are literally just sitting over my teeth. So you can see they're kind of moving around a little bit. But he felt like they were kind of taking over my face a little bit. So it was time to send them back to Greg, the ceramicist, and he was then going to make some little modifications to them just to bring them down in size a little bit, curve the edges to make them a little bit more feminine looking. And when that was all finished, we came back, tried them on again, and this happened a few times with the adjustments of the size of them. So we'd put them in, both Greg and Dr. D would come and look at them, take photos at all different angles. So it went on for about an hour. So they're very, very thorough in their work and making sure it's exactly right, that all the angles are right, that your bite's correct. And then we put them back in, and on the final try, and when we're all happy, they take them out, and then they get a top layer coating put over them to really seal in the colour and give them that sort of shiny look. It just kind of makes them look a little bit more natural, so they're not so matte. And then they glue them onto your teeth. So they use like a glue, and then they put them in and they hold that light over the top, which cements them in. And then we do the unveiling to me, which you're going to see now, but I'm all puffy because I'm numb, so it's very hard for me to show you my teeth.
Ready to check yourself out?
Yes.
You're with botched lip at the moment, so you got to really wait for your numbness to wear off. Let's have a look.
Oh, they are amazing.
Yay! Wow.
Yay, I love them so much.
Look. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
They are so white. They are perfect.
They're looking good. You'll be able to appreciate
You're a
better.
miracle worker.
I don't know about that bit, but
for sure.
it's gonna look so nice when the numbness wears off.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I love them so much.
No, they're good, so good.
They're incredible. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm on the train. I am looking like a chipmunk. I'm so swollen. I left Dr. D's about an hour ago probably, and then I went to Burke Street Mall, did a little bit of shopping, talking like this to people because I look so crazy. I got some Jeulia Jacks that I haven't eaten since this morning. Took a sip out of my drink and fully covered myself. It just went everywhere because my lip won't reach over the top. Yeah. Okay, this little chipmunk is going to keep eating her HJs, and I will chat to you soon. And then you need to go back again, and I think it might have been the next day or a few days later, once all your numbing's worn off, so they can check your bite and make sure that everything's correct. They go through and they floss your teeth to get rid of any unwanted glue that may be left on them. They whiten your lower teeth up to match. And also I filmed a sit down chat with Dr. D to really go through any questions that you guys had that I'd asked on Instagram. Okay, so today I'm heading back to Vogue Dental Studios, and they're going to whiten my lower teeth because, as you can see, there's quite a colour differentiation between the tops and the bottoms. They're also going to make my retainers or my night guards to sleep in, so I don't risk chipping my veneers because I'm a big grinder, and it will keep them nice and straight as well. Daddy Dearest has kindly driven me down today. He's going to go off and look at some motorbikes while we do all this, so let's head on in there. Hey guys, so I'm here with Dr. D, the magician of veneers.
I don't know about that part. Yeah.
From Vogue Dental Studios, and he made my beautiful smile for me that I love so much.
No, she designed it. She was very specific about what she wanted, and I think we got through this together.
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah. If you would go back and look at Jess's pictures, they definitely not teeth where you would think like, oh, these teeth definitely need veneers. But no, she was grinding down, so there's little bits of build-ups that were done, but they were healthy otherwise.
Yeah.
And super good maintenance, which means so brushing. He had gum health is really good. And that's someone, it's your dream patient where you're going, yeah, I've got everything else right. And so it's just to make the best presentable version of what you wanted. So it was easy for me. Sorry.
Yeah. So I did ask you guys on Instagram just some questions that you may have. So basically I thought today we could talk about one of the biggest questions is, of course,
yes,
the cost.
Yes. So again, every person is so different, and what it requires for one smile is not the same as what it's for the other. Right, so that's why we always like to see where we always constantly get asked, what does it cost for 10? Yes, of course, we're going to put the cost together in a way that we're not going to give you any surprises, and we give you a cost pretty much well before you start your treatment. But the best way is to know what is actually needed. We don't need to do more than what we need. Like Jess, we've got 10. Do we do 10? Yeah, that's because Jess's smile fits into a 10 veneer smile where she smiles big and she's a personality where you can see her. She's contagious with her smile. It's that wide, so we can't leave a couple of teeth there. We're showing through with a different color. So we needed to do 10. But there are times where we could do 6. There are times where we could do 8. There are times where I've done just 1 to fix it where the patient came in for 10. Right? So that's why we say, we're more than happy to give you all that information personalized to you. Send us some pictures. We'll go back and forth, have that conversation even before you step in, so there we don't have to spend money to get that. Good to know what you're suitable for.
Yeah, that's good. And I just made an appointment to come and sit with you and show you and work it all out.
I think that's how we started, didn't we?
Yeah, it was just a quick appointment, and we knew what we were doing, and
we can see you online as well. If you're far away, we can talk to you, and once you send the images, we can always here to help you with scheduling a online consult. So cost wise, yes, we'll give you a upfront cost, which includes pretty much all your costs.
Yeah, and you guys were really flexible with me because I'm about an hour and a half's drive from the practice, so yeah, you were able to sort of squeeze a couple of things into the first appointment.
We always try and make it happen, and one thing we don't want to do is try and push you in for something that you may not need and regret later. Yeah. So the entire team's here trained enough to tell you right now. No, I'm not trying to sell you anything, definitely. Yeah, no. We're here to help you in your journey to smile, whichever it could be, so there'll be absolutely no lies. Absolutely no misleading information, so that's what we try and do. If something's not possible, we like to have a conversation right there.
Yeah. No, well, my experience was amazing, and you were super flexible with me, so I'm very grateful for that.
If you feel that way, great.
And then also how to know what colour to choose, especially as you're getting older as well. Because, I mean, veneers can last a long time before.
They definitely, if they are looked after well. When I say looked after, the maintenance is pretty much the same as what you would do to keep your teeth healthy. That's what you're going to do most of the time. Going to a dentist once in every 6 months. Trying to quit smoking if you're a smoker. All those little things which goes along for a healthy set of teeth. So with the color, we're here to help you along the way to make the right decision about the color. You could have some favorites and bring some photos. Always bring your favorites to the appointment.
I bought tons, didn't I?
It helps big time, right? And it just allows us to see, because again, color, there's no right or wrong answer. There could be people out there saying, hey, you got to match up like this way, you got to match up your bottom teeth. Of course, you don't want to consider all that, but it should not be a major decision maker as long as you know what are the implications of that. So I say keep an open mind, have style in your mind, but don't be rigid, because the making process, we help you with some temporary veneers. Yeah, you know.
I love my temporaries.
And that's a time where we could go for a colour, and you liked your temporaries really well.
I did. Everyone loved my temporaries.
There you go. I think these look better.
Oh, they're so much better. But when you get the temporaries on and you've got teeth that are even,
That's the
and
thing, yeah. It gives
the
you,
colour is
and
even.
that's the thing, the temporaries are made from, and we make the temporaries because we went through the first process of doing the designs, getting all your molds and stuff, and then digitally mapping out with a size which will fit your face. And that's where we chose to go like, oh, can I try a brighter color? And that's a time to go trial, because you have another easy 2 weeks or so, or at least a few days to know whether that color suits your skin, your lifestyle, and everything. So get some feedback from family, friends. Then you can really tell me, I want to go a bit brighter than what I have with my temporaries. Or you could say, I actually like my temporaries. I want to keep the same color. Or, my God, it's too bright. Then I can talk more personal about the color. Yeah. So don't be afraid to try whiter colors. At the same time, if you're a person who goes like, I want absolutely natural, we can achieve that with porcelain. So your style is our style. So I don't push color on anyone. I help you to see what that color looks on you.
Yeah. And in terms of shape as well, so if someone wanted to go a completely different shape to what they initially had, that's an option.
That's a great question, because we can change shapes, we can change position, we can make crooked teeth look a little straighter. Again, we got to see you to give you the exact information, but we could do a lot of things differently. So shapes as well, bring in some photos that you really feel like you like it, but that's just a starting point. That could be nice on that person, but it allows us to know what you're looking for. But if there are going to be 6 different pictures that you like, 6 different shapes, then we see for consistency where your eyes have gone for, and then we can try them on your temporaries, and you see and make a judgment whether that's really what you want to have.
Sure.
And then we can evolve from there. It should be an improvisation along the way. So it should not be locked into a particular shape or Jess's shapes. We're more from her original teeth, where we wanted to make her clean, nice white teeth, smile, but not make it too different from what she was.
Yeah, you still want to feel like yourself.
Exactly.
But
and we can change everything.
Just a much brighter, straighter version.
That's the thing, and we have a lot of guides to help you to look for what are the different shapes that you can go for, and depending on your personality. There's so many things that we can talk to you about and that we are here to help.
Yeah. And so, in terms of who would be suitable, like a candidate, is there anyone who isn't a candidate?
So we can, when I say we can do a veneers on crooked teeth, we need to check your bite. If your bite will allow to, that's one main thing. Second thing is, do we really need it? Are there other things that we could do to give you the same result? And then go and say, yep, okay, fine, I've gone through all those, but I still want the veneers. That's where we go through to see whether the teeth are suitable. When I say the teeth are suitable, it's mainly the position of them. If they're too crowded, it might be beneficial to do some braces or Invisalign or any kind of cosmetic straightening or normal straightening before we start with veneers, because otherwise we're going to be aggressive in terms of cutting teeth, which I hate doing it, and I would not suggest doing so because of the long-term impacts of what you could have. And that's a position. And the next thing is the gum health. Do I have reasonable gum health to get started, or do I need a bit of a pre-workout where we need to settle the gums, get them into the right shapes and health before we could go in for? Yeah. And a very good point. We're not against smokers getting veneers, but if you're gonna invest in veneers and smile, it might be a great way to start thinking about those things. How are you going to look after them in long term? And non-smokers, what does a smoking do? You can have shrinking gums and gum problems, which Even people without veneers could have the same problem. So that's a good thing to where we say not suitable, smokers are not suitable, but it's a good time to start thinking about veneers making.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
suitability, pretty much position and gum health.
Yeah.
Mainly, and your general health in terms, which will, if there are any concerns, we'll raise it with you.
Yeah. Well, I know I had braces put on when I was 19. So 19 through 21 I had them. So I don't even know if I would have been a candidate prior to my braces for this. So thank goodness I had that done.
You could see the difference. Like I didn't hardly have to grind your teeth anything apart from the front.
Yes.
We could even show you a photo. She's happy to show you a photo.
I'm going to put in some video.
Yeah, so
the video.
You did, didn't you? When we were trialing the temporaries, she had no numbing, so she pretty much probably she has strong pain tolerance, but she made some great videos without the temporaries. You could see there where I had to selectively go in between some of those teeth to create those little gaps so we could move teeth alignment to one side. But other than that, I didn't have to aggressively grind the other teeth. So it was more on the front before we had to shape up a bit. Yeah,
and I was totally fine with that. I was like, shave those babies down because I know what I'm getting. I mean, I asked my orthodontist if she could just pull all my teeth out and give me
that's wrong.
Fake teeth.
Don't do that.
That was at 19. She was like, mortified. But I'm so glad I didn't do that. And now, 10 years down the track, I finally found Dr. D.
Could have found another dentist who's good too.
No.
Straighter teeth gives us a little more edge of not shaving too much. And again, with the modern material and the labs we use and the technicians' skills, I'm lucky enough to practice very minimal invasive teeth shaving, and sometimes absolutely no shaving, like you see out of the 10 veneers what she's got. I think about 4 or 6 of them we didn't even have to touch those teeth. They were like pretty good in position, so we could add those veneers, and some needed specific movements. So my teeth grinding is not always like, oh, I did this to one tooth, so I had to do all the teeth. So we can selectively choose from no grinding to minimal grinding. So.
Yeah, is there anything else you can think of?
Long-term maintenance.
Yes, sort of the care, how you care for your teeth, how you treat them.
Yeah, because it's a great point, because yes, I have these teeth with me now. How am I going to look after? What we expect you to do, brush twice a day, like what you would do for your normal teeth. Floss as much as you can. There are other things that we would help you with in terms of water floss and stuff. But just like what you would do to keep your own teeth healthy, just getting dental checkups, going for your cleans regularly, and more than that, if you are a grinder, as your dentist says, there are signs of grinding on your teeth. Even if you don't have veneers, please do have a night guard. It'll prevent you from losing your enamel, and by that you could preserve your teeth, and same thing goes with your veneers. Yes, porcelain is super strong, super durable, does amazing things, but still can have fatigue with repeated grinding. So that's why we make you a grinding splint. It's no extra cost. It comes part of the veneers. We wanted to make it for grinders and non-grinders. We expect you to wear them, and it's not too hard. As a grinder, I've been wearing them for about 13 years. So it's important that you wear your splint to get the best out of your veneers. And if you're a grinder and you don't have veneers, still consider talking to your dentist about whether you need to have a night splint.
Yeah,
which is that's the maintenance mainly, 6 months. And
And is there anything you need to tell your dentist when you go there? I mean, obviously they're going to look and know that you have veneers on. Do they do anything different in terms of your cleans?
Not necessarily. Any qualified dentist knows. It's like your crowns or anything like that which you may already have, and every trained dentist knows how to look after the material. It's no special requirements, because we take care in making sure they integrate with your gums really well, and if they're made well, it should be simple for your dentist to know, because the material is quite strong. With any cleaning instruments that we use, we know what we're doing, so any dentist should know.
Yeah.
So you can mention it, and they'll pick it up sometimes, most of the times, and no special precautions to tell at your dentist.
Okay.
That's the easy part. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
So thank you so much for answering everyone's questions. I'll go ahead and I'll leave Dr. D and Vogue Dental Studios information down below in the description box so you can call directly and come and meet up. And
we can help you.
Yeah. And you guys can still ask me questions and I'll answer anything as well.
Easy.
Okay.
Thanks.
Right, thanks. So we just filmed a little sit down chat with Dr. D and now they've brought me back up to the practice and I'm in the chair ready to have my lower teeth whitened. As you can see if you better hear the difference. So we're gonna whiten these little babies up and match them up to my veneer shade, which will be excellent. And yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait for this step to be done because then the process is pretty much finished, which is really exciting. So Dr. D just went through and picked out all the little bits of glue that were, if there was any left at the backs of my teeth, so we did that. And now he's going to come and check my bite and make sure that that's all correct, and then we're going to go ahead and do my molds and then do the teeth whitening. So this is them now, and he did explain to me that over the next couple of months I probably will get a little bit of gum bleeding and that's totally normal. Okay, we're all done for today's appointment. My bottom tooth came up really well, really nice and bright, and we're going to do, I think, another round of whitening at my 1 month checkup just to lift them that little bit more. And Dr. D also gave me some whitening to bring home with me. So he gave me this Whiter Brighter You Holiday kit that I'm going to do at home because I already have lower retainers, so I can pop the solution in there and do it. And then they also gave me some Colgate sensitive toothpaste because you can get a little bit sensitive after having your teeth whitened. So it took a little over an hour to do. It was 4 15-minute sessions where they pop it on your teeth. They put this machine over the top that's got the blue light in it, and you sit there 15 minutes, they come back, rub it off, reapply the gel, do it again, and they repeat that 4 times. So it was good. I didn't have too much sensitivity except for on the last cycle I had a few pings. They call it pings. It's pings that you feel of like nerves on this tooth here. But yeah, so we are all done for today. It was a great result. I'm very happy with my teeth. I absolutely love them so much, and I'm loving that the bottoms are now matching the tops better. It just makes so much of a difference. So love it. Okay, you guys, so that is my porcelain veneer experience. I really hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I hope you found it informative and helpful in your decision if you're trying to decide whether or not to go ahead and get veneers. I highly recommend it. If it's something that's going to help your self-esteem and something that you've wanted for a long time and you're in a financial position to be able to afford it, then I say go for it. It is one of the best decisions that I've made, and I love my smile so much, and I just hope that anyone who's in a position where they're not feeling great about their smile, that they too can one day have their dream smile. I also want to say a huge thanks to Dr. D and the team at Vogue Dental Studio for giving me my beautiful smile. I love you guys so much, and I'm eternally grateful to you all. You are literally artists. Like, there is an artistry behind this. There seriously is. There's so much detail that goes into it, and I highly, highly recommend Dr. D to you guys. He's literally the best in the biz and such a good dude. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. I love you all so very much, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. Bye guys.